So a while ago I ranked all 10 Ben 10 video games from worst to best, and a lot of y'all liked it, so today I'll go a bit more in depth than the top and bottom choice on that list. So why don't we start off by delving into the absolute worst Ben 10 game, Ben 10 Galactic Racing. Fundamentally, I can't blame them for making this game. The idea of having a Ben 10 Mario Kart racing game at all is a pretty hilarious concept, but definitely one that greedy corporate goons would have forced into production because it was cheap and easy to make, with an incredibly high sell-through, especially at the time. If it were me, I'd do the same thing. Why wouldn't you want to appeal to the popularity of something as legendary as Mario Kart, or other racing games out there, when you have the number of characters and production elements as Ben 10? The game itself feels cheap and lazy visually, the environments are all very basic shapes, which lack texture or depth, and everything aside from the characters feel plastered and one-dimensional. I do like the characters we get, although why do we get aliens and also Ben and Kevin? It seems a bit stupid to race as an alien and see Ben Tennyson driving on by, as if he's not currently transformed into an alien. Although no Gwen, for some reason. Guess she can't race. We also get a bunch of weird aliens racing, like Fast Track, who I previously thought already had the ability to run fast, but upon rethought I just realized that I'm an idiot for questioning this fantastic game, and anyone who dares question the intricate details of such a masterpiece should be publicly humiliated, for God's sake. The funniest part about that though is that this game marked Fast Track's video game debut, which is just hilarious to me that the speedy alien got his introduction in the racing game and never even got to, frickin' run! The game is narrated by Octagon and Rhomboid, which is actually a pretty funny idea, but since the game lacks any sort of real story or plot structure, they just introduce different stages and locations and narrate over the racing achievements. Oh, and you can also play as a totally deformed and creepy A.S.K. Also with fat forearms! Oh, and Vilgax shows up. Yeah, so there's that to look forward to. Overall, the Ben 10 Galactic Racing game is a pretty harmless distraction, but also serves as a lazy cash grab that offers nothing new. The concept alone is a ripoff of other games, the visuals are lazy and bland, the characters included make zero sense, there's no plot or story to latch onto. It's just bland, bland, bland. Very few games live up to the greatness of Ben 10 Vilgax Attacks. For its time, Vilgax Attacks manages to cross every good thing off the list, and lives on in many Ben 10 fans' hearts many years later. For starters, the visuals are amazing, a huge improvement from the original Alien Force game. Now we have high quality animation in the character monologues, in the action fight scenes, and in the cutscenes generally. It's not as good as Cosmic Destruction will eventually get, but this here is the baseline for quality 3D Ben 10 animation. I just wish we could've got a movie to look like this. The only one gripe I have with the visuals is Gwen, who looks a bit droopy sometimes in the face, and Vilgax's glorious tentacles which conformed and contorted like a beautiful cornucopia of weirdness.
It's been a long time since you've been in my...
The story here is phenomenal. We got so many goddamn characters, from Paradox to Vilgax to even Ghost Freak. All the awesome voice actors come back and do tremendous work here, except for, again, Vilgax, who instead of being voiced by James Remar like an Alien Force, is replaced by John DiMaggio, who just completely butchers it. I'm sorry. I guess being in the title of the game doesn't necessarily make him the best part of the game. The characterization here is also pretty good, especially because it's a huge step up over the terrible jerkiness of Season 3 Ben, which is what this is based on. I love the parts of the game that are just interesting puzzles or cool shooting scenes. For example, we got a nice fight scene including ship that felt creative. Or the puzzle scene we got dedicated to Brainstorm. Little additions like that make the overall gameplay and story flow feel more than repetitive, and allows for more possibilities for creativity that would otherwise be absent. The music in the game is also riveting. I've used these tunes before in countless videos because they're so exciting, catchy, and not too overpowering all at the same time. The soundtrack for this game is truly iconic. By far the winning thing for this game in my book though has to be the Alien X cutscene. I wish it was so much longer than it was because I absolutely adore the 3D look for Serena, Bellicus, and the Celestial Sapien himself. It just feels so clean, and the smooth shiny look can allow for less detail while presenting as more professional and pristine. Probably the best part of it though is the fact that you can now transform between all 10 aliens willingly now, with no weird Skylander stuff, or having to unlock them through hours of gameplay. Each alien gets a nice quirk as well, like Cannonbolt gets this weird bouncing animation combo, Goop can hop on walls and such, and Brainstorm can hack computers like we talked about before. It makes the game feel more controllable and malleable in the player's hands. Overall, Vilgax Attacks presents a riveting story with great dialogue and writing, fantastic music, great voice acting, fantastic visuals, a nice set of characters with good characterization, and more freedom in the gameplay accessibilities. Being the best Ben 10 game doesn't come from thin air, and Vilgax Attacks certainly proves that. Yoink. And that was the best and the worst Ben 10 games. What do you think of Galactic Racing and Vilgax Attacks? Do you agree with my points, or am I completely unreasonable? Do let me know in the comments down below, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more videos like this one. Also, if you want to hear me talk about the other 8 Ben 10 games and see my ranking, I've linked that video in the card above and description below. With all that said, I'll see you in the next one.